Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever looked at the clock at 3 a.m., wide awake, and wondered, why now? You're not alone. Millions of women, especially as they grow older, find themselves awake during these quiet, often lonely hours of the morning. Today, I want to not only talk about why this happens, but also inspire you to reclaim your nights and transform your mornings. Waking up at 3 a.m. is more than a biological quirk. It's a whisper from your body and mind, telling you something deeper is happening. It's not just about age, it's about transition. It's about a life shifting into new rhythms, asking you to listen. So let's explore the real reasons behind this early morning sleep disruption, and how, instead of being a problem, it can become a powerful turning point. As women move through different stages of life, particularly into their 40s, 50s, and beyond, the body undergoes a complex transition. One of the most significant shifts occurs within the endocrine system, the system responsible for hormone production and regulation. Estrogen and progesterone, the key female hormones, begin to decline as a natural part of aging. These hormones do more than regulate reproductive functions. They also play a vital role in sleep cycles. Estrogen helps regulate body temperature and impacts the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that contributes to feelings of well-being and stability in sleep patterns. Progesterone has a calming, sleep-promoting effect on the brain. When levels of these hormones drop, women may experience difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early, especially around 3 a.m. This doesn't mean something is wrong. It means something is changing, and that change, though uncomfortable at times, is powerful. Your body is recalibrating. Just like a river shifts its course when the terrain changes, your body is shifting to meet a new season of life. Waking at 3 a.m. may feel frustrating, but it is a signal, a sign that your body is adjusting and needs attention, not punishment. It's easy to get caught in frustration or feel betrayed by your body, but what if we saw it differently? What if we treated this transition as a rite of passage, a moment when wisdom begins to deepen, when the body is not breaking but becoming more refined? There is strength in understanding your biology. When you know what's happening, you stop blaming yourself. You stop thinking, why can't I sleep like I used to? And start asking, what does my body need right now? Education gives you the tools. Motivation gives you the mindset. When you combine the two, you become empowered. Sleep disruption is not a weakness. It's an opportunity to reconnect with your body and develop a more conscious relationship with your health. With awareness, you can make decisions about nutrition, movement, supplements, and self-care that support your hormonal balance. That's not weakness. That's wisdom in action. Now let's talk about the mind. Waking up at 3 a.m. isn't always about the body. Sometimes it's about the thoughts that live in the quiet hours. You may find yourself lying awake, your heart beating just a bit faster, your mind turning over worries you pushed aside during the day. This is common, and it's deeply human. Women carry a mental load that often goes unseen. The to-do lists, the caregiving, the emotional labor, the responsibility for relationships and home. It all adds up. At 3 a.m., when the world is still, that mental weight can rise to the surface. What was background noise during the day becomes a loud monologue at night, but this doesn't mean you're falling apart. It means your mind is asking for space. Nighttime awakenings are an invitation to acknowledge what you've been carrying. They're a cue to reevaluate what truly deserves your energy. Ask yourself, are these thoughts even mine, or have I absorbed them from expectations, past experiences, or societal roles? Stress and anxiety don't make you weak, they make you aware, and awareness is the beginning of change. When you start recognizing that your early wake-ups are signals, not setbacks, you reclaim your agency. You're not a passive victim of sleeplessness, you're a conscious participant in your own transformation. Use this time to breathe deeply, journal, meditate, reflect. Don't just lie there waiting for sleep to come. Use the hour, make it yours. That's where motivation begins, not from resisting the moment, but from stepping into it with courage and clarity. The way we live during the day echoes into our night. Sleep doesn't begin the moment your head touches the pillow. It begins with the choices you make hours before that moment. How you move your body, what you consume, the way you handle stress, and even the light you expose your eyes to. These lifestyle habits, often overlooked, play a profound role in sleep quality, especially as we age. And the beautiful truth is, you are not powerless here. You have influence over your routines, and with small, intentional changes, you can begin to transform not just your sleep, but your entire experience of rest and recovery. One of the most impactful shifts you can make is establishing a consistent sleep schedule. Your body thrives on rhythm. When you go to bed and wake up at different times each day, your internal clock loses alignment. Sleep becomes fragmented, and your chances of waking up in the early hours of the morning increase. But when you create a pattern, your body begins to trust that sleep is coming. Trust builds rest. Rest builds strength. Technology has also become a hidden thief of rest. The glow from screens, phones, tablets, televisions, disrupts the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for helping you fall asleep. The mind stays stimulated long after scrolling ends, and sleep becomes shallow. Reclaiming your rest may mean reclaiming boundaries around screen time. Create a wind-down routine that signals to your brain, it's time to release the day. Dim the lights, read a book, stretch gently. Listen to calming music or silence. These rituals are not luxury, they are self-respect in motion. Caffeine and alcohol, too, play silent roles in early morning waking. While caffeine blocks sleep, promoting chemicals and stays in your system longer than you think, alcohol may help you fall asleep, but disrupts deeper stages of sleep, often causing you to wake in the middle of the night. Being mindful of when and how you consume these substances is an act of care. You don't have to give up everything, you just need to tune into what supports your peace and what steals it. None of this is about perfection. It's about participation. Your sleep is a conversation between your body and your lifestyle, and the more you listen, the more powerful your responses become. You're never too old to change your rhythm. You're never too late to start honoring your rest. And then there's a reason for 3 a.m. waking that defies biology and routine. It's something deeper, more mysterious, yet incredibly real. Sometimes you wake up at that hour not because your body is broken, but because your soul is speaking. That quiet space before dawn is where clarity often whispers. In ancient traditions, early morning was seen as sacred, a time of connection, a time when intuition, creativity, and truth rise gently to the surface. If you find yourself awake, staring at the ceiling, heart steady, thoughts alert, consider that something within you is asking to be heard. This is not just sleeplessness. It might be awakening, a call to realign with your purpose, to revisit the dreams you tucked away, to explore the questions you've been too busy to answer. Many women find that their creativity returns at this stage of life. Words want to be written, ideas want to be born. A vision for the next chapter starts to form in the quiet. This kind of waking isn't about disruption, it's about invitation. You are being invited into your own depth, into your own wisdom. You don't have to dread this hour. You can greet it. You can let it guide you. Keep a journal nearby. Write down what rises. Use the time to pray, to breathe, to just be. This may be the moment where a new part of you begins to take shape. Not the younger version, not the past self, but the woman you are now becoming. Wake up to her, listen to her, let her lead. The physical body speaks in sensations. It tells its story through the way it feels: warmth, tension, pain, restlessness. As women age, the physical landscape begins to change. Hormonal shifts often bring with them a wave of symptoms that directly impact sleep. Hot flashes, night sweats, joint aches, and bladder sensitivity can all interrupt rest and cause early morning waking. These aren't signs of failure or weakness. They're messages. Your body isn't giving up on you. It's trying to get your attention. Learning to interpret those messages is an act of empowerment. Sleep disruption due to physical discomfort is incredibly common, but it is also incredibly manageable when approached with self-awareness and patience. Hot flashes, for instance, are the result of fluctuating estrogen levels that affect the body's internal temperature regulation. When you wake up drenched in sweat or feel a sudden surge of heat, it's your body recalibrating. Simple changes like cooling your bedroom, wearing breathable clothing, or even adjusting your diet can make a significant difference. Staying hydrated, avoiding spicy foods before bed, and maintaining a regular exercise routine all help the body stay balanced. Joint pain or muscle stiffness can also disturb sleep in the early hours. For many women, inflammation increases with age, and conditions like arthritis become more noticeable during the quiet of the night. This pain doesn't mean you must accept discomfort as the new normal. Movement, physical therapy, gentle stretching, and even specific supplements or dietary changes can support your body in healing and resting more deeply. Pain is not just something to endure. It is something to respond to. When you stop ignoring discomfort and start addressing it, you reclaim the power to rest again. There is strength in learning to advocate for your own well-being, seeing a doctor, exploring holistic treatments, adjusting your lifestyle. These are not signs of giving in. They are signs of taking ownership. Healing is not just about curing, it's about caring, and when you care for your body with tenderness and respect, it responds. Even the smallest shift in how you treat your body can ripple into the quality of your sleep. You deserve that rest. You deserve that peace. Life is never still. It is always moving, always shifting, and with every new phase, the heart is asked to let go of something and make room for something else. For many women, waking up at 3 a.m. is less about the body and more about the soul trying to navigate these changes. Children grow and move away, careers evolve or come to a close, loved ones pass, dreams that once lit the path may start to feel distant. And with all of that, a new identity begins to emerge, one that is not always easy to define. In the silence of the early morning, the weight of transition can feel heaviest. It's often when grief shows up unannounced. When memories return, when questions about purpose rise, but in that same silence there is an opportunity to reconnect, to ask, who am I becoming now? What matters to me today? What have I learned? What do I still wish to create, to give, to become? This is not the end of your story. This is a new chapter waiting to be written with intention and depth. Waking up during this time may feel like interruption, but it can be sacred space where you begin to hear your own voice again. The voice that isn't defined by titles or roles or expectations. The voice that knows your truth. You are not just transitioning through age. You are stepping into a season of refinement, of essence, of authenticity. Early morning wake-ups can become moments of gentle revolution, moments to ground yourself in gratitude, to find peace in the quiet, to dream again, not like a child full of hope, but like a woman full of knowing.